right into the mic? No, I don't know if I can do that. Thanks, Darlene, for the kind introduction, and thank you to the Thornhill Riding Association and to the volunteers who organized this meeting, and of course to MPP Michael Prue, who has joined us today, and you'll hear from him a little bit later on. I especially want to thank all of you for joining us for the meeting today. You know, it's Sunday. So you guys could have been out on a Sunday brunch or hanging out with your kids or your grandkids or getting your groceries, doing those kinds of things. But you're here instead because you know that we have some really important work to do. You're here because you believe that change is possible. You believe that, that this riding can actually turn NDP, and I believe so too. So we have some important business to attend to today. And that business is not just a nomination meeting. No, it's not just a nomination meeting. It is actually the nomination of the person who's going to become the next NDP MPP for the riding of Thornhill. You know, I'm feeling the energy across this province, and I think you're feeling that energy too. People are ready. They're ready for leaders who put their concerns, their issues, their priorities first. People are ready to elect New Democrats. You know, when families sit down and they're reading the newspaper, they're turning on the TV, they see the news, and what does that news show them? It shows them scandals. That's all they see is scandals. It's just plain bizarre behavior at all levels of government that people end up looking at when they're looking at the news. At Queen's Park, they see the Hudak Conservatives who are shouting from the sidelines or making a hell of a lot of noise, who are playing all kinds of silly games and desperately scrambling all the while to pump up their own political power. But they're getting absolutely nothing done for the people of this province. That isn't leadership, and it's not good enough. People see an out-of-touch, scandal-plagued Liberal government that just doesn't understand that households all across Thornhill and across Ontario are feeling squeezed like never before. Families are stunned. They're stunned with disbelief that the Liberals can mismanage millions upon millions of dollars at eHealth, at Orange, you name it. And then they turn around and raise taxes and increase fees on our healthcare services. They're fed up with a Liberal government that can waste billions of dollars cancelling gas plants in Oakville and Mississauga, and then the next week turn around and inform you that, by the way, your hydro rates are going up by 42%. Thank you very much. The Liberals are good at talk, but they have a bad habit of not backing up their nice words with actions. And that's where New Democrats come in. We are holding government to account now and in the future. You know, when I talk to Ontarians, I hear loud and clear that people are ready for change. People are ready to send a clear message to the Liberals. It's time to pay attention to our priorities for a change. Stop wasting our money. Stop the restless cuts and invest in our healthcare system and create and protect good jobs for Ontarians. Friends, I'm here to tell you today that the best way to make sure that Liberals get that message is to elect a fantastic New Democrat, Cindy Hackelberg, in the riding of Thornhill. So you all know Cindy. She's a well-known leader. She's a local activist who's made her mark on the community in many ways. She's been involved in our provincial party, as you know, and the party executive as a regional representative. She's got a campaign experience, engaging with the community, listening to their concerns, giving them a voice, as she did in the 2011 campaign here as our NDP candidate. She's a passionate, young, outgoing, and determined woman, ready to work hard for Thornhill and the people of Ontario. Now, I'm sure you're hearing the same things from your neighbours as I've been hearing as I cross this province. And I'm not talking about just New Democrats. Conservatives, Liberals alike are telling me that they'll be voting NDP next time. People are enthusiastic about the New Democrats, and they want to elect New Democrats because people like Cindy, people like the rest of our caucus, people like the candidates that are getting nominated across our province for that general election whenever it may occur, they are excited to look to New Democrats for the kind of leadership that they want to see. We inspire hope for people. And quite frankly, people need more New Democrats like Cindy's and leaders like Cindy to represent them in Thornhill and communities around the province. They know that they need a person that they can trust. They want someone that they know that they can put their faith in, someone that they know will carry their voice to Queen's Park. New Democrats have been demonstrating that people can put their faith in us, that we've been listening, and that we are putting their priorities front and center, not just when there's a by-election. You know it and I know it. It's New Democrats that have been getting results for people for years now. Whether it's getting more funding for childcare so that parents can go to work without wondering and worrying that their children are being properly cared for, or getting support for health care in the small rural communities around this province, places where it's tough to get service, so that people can get the care they need when they need it. Those are the results that New Democrats have achieved. Whether it's creating a youth job strategy, so young people can actually attach to the workforce, can get started in working life, or introducing a fairness tax, so that millionaires have to pitch in just a little bit more to help Ontario's economic recovery. Those are the kinds of results that New Democrats have achieved. Whether it's forcing the government to go after sky-high auto insurance rates, or demanding that they establish a financial accountability office to make sure that this government and all future governments account for their spending promises, those are the results that New Democrats are achieving. So there's no doubt that we've been a little bit busy. We've been showing Ontarians, in fact, that we're more than just the conscience of the legislature. We have been setting the agenda at Queen's Park for years now, and now we are ready to lead. And with the help of you in this room today, we will have Cindy Hackelberg as our new team member to come to Queen's Park and get results for the people of Thornhill. So we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of doors to knock on. We have a lot of phone calls to make. We have a lot of people to talk to. We have a lot of people to talk to. We have a lot of signs to put up. But I know that together we can actually do it. I'm excited. And I know that you are too. And I know that you can feel it just like I can feel it. We're going to do something incredible here in this riding. We're going to give Thornhill the leadership that it actually deserves. On February 13th, we're going to elect Cindy Hackelberg and paint Thornhill orange. Help me welcome the new NDP MPP, come February 13th to the podium, Cindy Hackelberg.